How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. So we've got some Pokemon rumors, all that kind of stuff. So sit back, relax, grab some beverage, and let's get started. First things first, going to be this rumor from 4chan, which has some thoughts, or I guess some leaks for Pokemon Day. So it's apparently some stuff that they're saying is going to be happening. Actually, I've got two of these rumors, one that just came out and one that was like a few days old. And I thought we'd take a look at those. We also have some other stuff to talk about in this video. In particular, there is like some talks about, of course, a classic collection for Pokemon, as well as if you guys want to see the actual times for when the Pokemon presents on Pokemon Day is going to be taking place. Here's the entire list for what times in the different parts of the world. Of course, if your country isn't here, just correlate it to countries close to you, and you should be able to have the exact time frames for when it is happening. So if you're in the Americas, it's going to be very early in the morning for you Americans, and South Americans, you're going to have it around, 11 in the morning as well. For Europeans, it's going to be in the afternoon, and anything for Asia Pacific is going to be in the afternoon. So there you go. At least that's the first thing. But now let's go back to the actual rumors. First thing's going to be Pokemon Day 2025 by Anonymous, saying the February 27th Pokemon 2025 presents features Takato Utsunomiya. So Utsunomiya, if you guys do not know, we're going to be showing his little face here real quick. For those who do not know, I think he is... I don't know if like president or chief operating officer of the Pokemon company, right? So he's one of the people, he's a COO, yeah, COO, so not CFO or CEO. He is COO of the Pokemon company, right? He's been involved with the franchise forever, though he's gone a bit gray lately. But nonetheless, though, he is one of the people that apparently they're saying is going to be showing up. And of course, Tsunekazu Ishihara, the president, I think, of the Pokemon company, the man who runs the entire Pokemon company and the man in charge of Pokemon more or less over there. And he's been just working in the business for a long time. But yeah, he's one of the people brought up here. So let's go back to what is being said about him in particular. Well, they say that those two are going to be showing up and saying that basically Terra incursions of Gouging Fire, Raging Bolt, and Iron Boulder, as well as Iron Crown events for Pokemon Scarlet and... Why purple? I guess Scarlet and Violet is what he's trying to say here. So Scarlet and Violet having some sort of incursion events. Okay, cool. Arrival of Glastrier, Spectrier, and Calyrex to Pokemon Go. I think we've heard this one before. I think I've read a similar rumor, if it's not like the same one, because a lot of these rumors look the same because they all use the same picture. Like literally, even this rumor has the Pokemon Presents logo, so they do repeat a lot of information. But I'm just gonna go through this one quickly and check the other one because this one just came out, so I definitely haven't read this one. But let's see what this one says. So events of Chespin, Fennekin, Froakie, Pikachu, and Eevee will with Party Hat appearing only the day to celebrate Pokemon Day. Yeah, we've seen this one before. Arrivals of Mesprit, Azelf, Uxie to Pokemon Sleep. I think I've heard this before too. Iris, Neo Champion, and Freed are reintroduced to Pokemon Masters EX. Yep. Deance's event at Pokemon Cafe Remix. Okay. Suicune, Noivern, and Passimian will arrive in Pokemon Unite. I've heard that one before. Pokemon Trading Card TCG Pocket application will receive a mini expansion on the same day. That sounds realistic. Legends EA trailer apparently started. Snivy, Scorbunny, Piplup. Yeah, we definitely heard this one before. The main characters are like Callum and Serena, but they wear green and black clothes. Returning Megas, Lucario, Absol, Heracross, Pinsir, Ampharos, and Gyarados. New Megas in the trailer, Haxorus, Arbok, Crustle, and Hawlucha. Zygarde at the end of the trailer comes out of the ground in a white aura. This ends with a cover of the game where Zygarde, the main characters, and the Prism Tower in black and blue background, similar to the style of the first trailer. Release date, June 5th, which I have said it before, June 5th would be perfect of a release date. Then, though, the second thing we have is the other rumor. Now, this one is brand new. I think this one just was dropped today. And this is what it says. Pokemon Day presents information. So, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the first thing. Keep in mind, I've seen these memes of Pokemon Day. And keep in mind, Pokemon Day is when we do get news for everything to do with Pokemon. But it's really funny because most people don't really care about all the other stuff. Like, there's, of course, an audience for Pokemon Masters, TCG Pocket, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon, all, like, whatever, all these spin-off games. But they do end up spending a lot of time, talking about those things, and then a tiny bit about the actual stuff we care about, which is Legends EA. But here's what it says, though. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. 7-star raid, normal Eevee raid will be returning after the presents ends. Okay. Distribution for Lycos Terrapagos, female. Shiny Koraidon and Miraidon distribution coming in April. Okay. All three of these, they sound realistic. This sounds like stuff they would do. These are like side activities and stuff to keep us busy. Then they say Pokemon Go. Next season begins. Training paths focuses on Kubfu. Max raids for legendary beasts. Again, sounds like a regular update for Pokemon Go. Again, nothing crazy, nothing too out of the ordinary, nothing, bizarre or strange here. It just sounds regular, right? Just sounds normal, which is fine. The next thing, though, TCG Pocket. The next set, A2A, is called Draconic Legacy. Big focus on dragon types, some being Dragonite EX, Garchomp EX, Rayquaza EX, and Giratina EX. Releases the day after the actual event. Again, sounds realistic. Pokemon TCG Pocket gets a lot of updates very quickly. Pokemon Anime. So next season of Horizons is announced. The trailer doesn't have any spoilers for the final episode of the current arc. Amethio teams up with the Rising Volt Tacklers to find Zeraora before Gibeon and Spinal do. New movie starring Ash and Pikachu. Ooh, okay. Appears to be the I Choose You universe, not the mainline anime. Okay, that would be fine because we haven't really seen Ash since the end of the anime, so that's fair. Pokemon Clash. Now this is interesting. So there is potential we might get a spin-off game this year because we only have Legends ZA otherwise, and we didn't have any game last year, so they need something to keep people busy, and Legends ZA may or may not be that, but we'll see. So Pokemon Clash, a new spin-off Pokemon game. 2 teams of 6 battle in various game modes. So 2 teams of 6. Okay, 2 teams of 6. Okay, cool. Of 6, so it's kind of like Unite-ish, I guess, or whatever. One mode plays like Capture the Flag. Each team has to defend a point while also trying to claim the other team's points, okay? After each team has, fighting to claim a crown, the team that held it for the longest wins. Elimination mode. Teams with the most knockouts at the end wins. Gameplay similar to Overwatch or Marvel Rivals. Oh my god. Imagine if we get Overwatch Pokemon before GTA 6. That would be crazy. I actually kind of like this. I'm not going to lie. This kind of sounds sick. I'm not going to lie. Like, I love Marvel Rivals. I've actually been playing it a lot. Even with my fiance, me and her have been playing it so much. This sounds actually sick. Like, I actually would. This sounds fun, man. This actually sounds really fun. Like, I would not even mind this. This actually sounds really cool. Maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you don't agree with this. Maybe I'm an idiot. But I kind of like this. I think it sounds fun. Then they say Legends ZA. Professors are Dexio and Cinna. Starters are Snivy, Scorbunny, and Piplup. Mega Go-Goat, flashier colors and fur. Mega Vanillux, looks like 3 scoops of ice cream. Each a different color stacked on top of each other with its own facial expressions. Various areas of Lumiose are shown to be under construction. Sycamore's lab acts as the main hub of the game. It's much larger in X and Y and has a large field behind it. Trailer shifts to show open caves beneath the city. The caves are diverse. This is where Legends Arceus-esque gameplay occurs. Caves shown are ones resembling a plains and forests, one resembling a desert and one resembling a tundra. Releases June 27th. Okay, interesting. So, I mean, June 27th would be a good time frame. The actual stuff being described here, like having it like split, like a trailer shifts to show open caves beneath the city. The caves are diverse, and this is where Legends Arceus-esque gameplay occurs. I don't know. That could make sense. Actually, like having it like in an underground, like, you know, because, you know, it is based on Paris and all that, like Lumiose. And Paris is a city that has a lot of catacombs, like vast arrays of tunnels that run under the city for you know, miles and kilometers and just so much space. So it's not a crazy thing to assume this could be a real thing that they would do, or like an element they would implement. I actually think it wouldn't be that crazy. It sounds relatively like fair. But yeah, so that's pretty much the rumor, guys, in terms of that one. June 27th is also a decent release day. June 27th would be on a Friday, so that's not that crazy of a day to release it. Sounds reasonable to me, at least. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but it sounds reasonable, so I'd love to know your thoughts. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Next thing, though, is a bit of an update for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Jumpluff distribution to be celebrating the European International Championship, which started today, by the way. So you guys can use this following code here, EU1C25 Sunny Day, to get yourselves a special Jumpluff. If you haven't already, do go and do that. You guys can use the code on the screen. Go into the mystery gift section on your Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and get your hands on it right now. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much that in regards to that piece of info. The next thing, though, is, of course, this conversation, which has been going on for a while now. I think I already talked about this a little bit because this was something that the Hidden Power guys talked about, but it's specifically about the potential of there being a Pokemon collection with all the old Pokemon games, like a collection of games from the past, which is, keep in mind, highly possible it could happen, but I doubt it's going to happen this year and happen this time around. The reason I say I don't think it's going to happen is because there is always a chance, and the reason I say it could be a chance is because we did get Pokemon like... virtual console. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here, right? So we go over here to Bulbapedia real quick. I've already literally looked up this exact topic. But like if you look up virtual console games for Pokemon that came out, the first virtual console game for Pokemon that came out was Pokemon Red and Green. And that was in 2016. So this is a year before, like this is one full year before they even like, you know, we got the release of the Nintendo Switch. So it kind of made like, it kind of, you know, wasn't that crazy. Like, you know, it was a little bit before the end of this 3DS's cycle. So it was a little bit before the end of the actual life cycle of the 3DS. So it isn't an impossibility, but it is like a little too like short timing to do it now. Maybe it will be available on the Switch too as well. Maybe that would make sense because it could actually make sense and work. I don't think it'd be that crazy to assume this is a possibility, at least. Like it definitely could be. It's a little out there. Like it could happen, but I don't really know. Now, the actual rumor that we're referring to here when we're reading this is actually a rumor that specifically said that there would be 2 specific collections with 2 different versions that would be releasing called Pokemon Memories and Pokemon Reminiscence, which are actually really cool names, I'll be honest. And I haven't seen anybody suggest something similar to that because that's really cool of a concept. That would include Pokemon Memories would include Pokemon Red, Gold, Ruby, and Fire Red, whereas Reminiscence would include Pokemon Blue, Silver, Sapphire, and Leaf Green. And then Yellow, Crystal, and Emerald would be available digitally, included as a download code for a double pack with both collections. Digital versions for all the games will release on Pokemon Day, with the physical versions launching on March 13th, which again, cool. Like that would actually be really sick. And all the games would eventually receive a full 2-way Pokemon Home support, which again, this is the kind of stuff, like the collection stuff like this is the kind of stuff that a very specific part of Pokemon could work on, which is a company that I would often talk about, Pokemon Works. Now, Pokemon Works is a subsidiary, a new company that's been created between ILCA, the people that made Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and the Pokemon Company, which is the people that are in charge of the Pokemon brand. It's a company that was made by the 2 of them. It's a joint venture, right? So for a simple explanation of a joint venture, it's a business entity created by 2 or more parties, generally characterized by shared ownership. So it's a shared company. It's a company that was made specifically by ILCA and the Pokemon Company together. It's a shared joint venture to create Pokemon games. The things they've worked on so far, Pokemon Home and Pokemon Sleep. Wouldn't it make the most sense for a company like that to make a collection of Pokemon games? It actually makes the most sense in my opinion. I think it would be totally logical for them to go about doing that. It just makes sense. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think it makes total sense. I mean, again, I could be literally crazy. I don't know. I'm a little bit insane. I mean, like, dude, I mean, you know, I got a ski mask for a video I want to make. Which, no, I'm not robbing a bank. Don't worry. I'm doing some goofy shit. But I literally got myself a freaking ski mask. I mean, you know, I'm a little insane. I mean, I'm definitely a little insane. You know what I mean? Like, there's some insanity in here. But I'm not fully insane. So what I'm saying is a collection could make sense. But it just feels a little bit too late to do it. There's always a chance it could happen. But it feels like it was something that should have happened last year. But again, a collection, even now, I think a collection would make more sense next year in 2026. And the reason I say it makes more sense is because in 2026, remember what we have in 2026? We have the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, right? 30 years of Pokemon. Wouldn't that make the most sense? Because you know when these games came out, guys? They came out in 2016. You know what 2016 was? When red and green, got like their red, green, blue, and all of these, and yellow, I think. Somebody's screaming outside. You know why this is a very important year, 2016? Because that was the anniversary of Pokemon as well. That was the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. So wouldn't it make more sense next year to have a collection to celebrate the 30-year anniversary? Because you know what else came out in 2016? Sun and Moon. They released virtual consoles and a new generation. In 2026, virtual console collection and a new generation. Boom. You get 2 for 1. It's perfect. Wouldn't that make the most sense? I mean, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm insane. I probably am. But that makes more sense to me. And that's pretty much where I'm going to leave that at. So while I take my ski mask and casually go and rob the liquor store nearby, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be seeing you on, I mean, literally this is for, like, I got this for Pokemon Day, okay? I'm going to do some goofy shit for Pokemon Day. I'm going to do some goofy stuff for stream, so I just want to have some goofy time with you guys. So thank you all for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Peace out, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.